What if the memories of your past life could completely change your destiny? Welcome to Seirei Gensouki Spirit Chronicles, a world where love, revenge, and fantasy collide. In this incredible isekai tale, we follow the journey of Ryo, a young orphan boy struggling to survive in a cruel world, only to discover that he holds the memories of a completely different life. But what does this mean for his future? Is it a curse or the key to unlocking unimaginable power? Our story begins in modern Japan with Haruto Amakawa, a college student eagerly looking forward to reuniting with his childhood friend Maharu. Tragically, Haruto's life is cut short in a sudden bus accident, but instead of passing on, Haruto's consciousness awakens in the body of a young boy named Ryo, who lives in a completely different world filled with magic and nobility. Ryo is an orphan living in the slums of the Bertram Kingdom. His life has been harsh ever since the brutal murder of his mother, and he's barely managing to survive. Suddenly, Haruto's memories flood Ryo's mind, leaving him confused about his identity. Amid this inner turmoil, Ryo stumbles upon a kidnapping attempt targeting Princess Flora, the beloved daughter of the king. Motivated by Haruto's sense of justice, Ryo uses his latent magical abilities to save her. To everyone's surprise, a slum dweller like Ryo managed to accomplish what the royal guards could not. For his bravery, Ryo is rewarded with an invitation to the Bertram Royal Academy, a prestigious institution reserved for nobles and royalty. This marks the beginning of a journey that will change Ryo's life forever. After saving Princess Flora, Ryo is brought before the king, where his courage is publicly recognized. Despite his humble origins, the royal family decides to reward him with a scholarship to the Bertram Royal Academy, a school that trains nobles in magic and combat. Ryo's arrival at the academy is anything but welcoming. As a commoner, he is viewed with disdain by the noble students, who mock and bully him relentlessly. However, Ryo refuses to be intimidated. He focuses on improving his skills, quickly standing out in both combat and magic classes. During this time, Ryo forms a bond with Celia Claire, a kind and intelligent noblewoman who serves as one of his instructors. Celia sees beyond Ryo's status and admires his determination and talent, becoming his closest ally at the academy. But Ryo's life is far from easy. The memories of Haruto's past life continue to haunt him, and the pain of losing his mother fuels his determination to grow stronger. With each passing day, Ryo begins to unlock his latent magical powers, surprising even himself with his capabilities. Ryo's life at the Bertram Royal Academy is harsh as nobles mock and ostracize him for being a commoner. Charles Arbor, an arrogant noble, leads the charge, determined to put Ryo in his place. Despite this, Ryo trains relentlessly, showing exceptional skill in both magic and combat. Celia Claire, a kind and brilliant instructor, becomes his mentor and one of his only allies. She helps Ryo refine his abilities and encourages him to stay strong against the bullying. She also shares moments of genuine kindness, offering him a reprieve from the academy's hostile atmosphere. When Charles challenges Ryo to a duel to humiliate him, Ryo shocks everyone with his precision and strategy. The duel ends with Ryo's decisive victory, leaving the academy stunned. Charles's pride is shattered, and he vows to make Ryo pay for the embarrassment. Some students begin to respect Ryo, but many nobles, including Charles, grow even more resentful. Ryo realizes that his strength sets him apart, but it also makes him a target for envy and hostility. Determined to rise above the animosity, Ryo quietly continues to push himself, knowing he must grow stronger to face the challenges ahead. Although Ryo excels at the academy, memories of his mother's murder haunt him. Determined to uncover the truth, he begins investigating and learns that her death wasn't random. It was orchestrated by powerful nobles. This revelation fuels his desire for justice, but Ryo knows he's still too weak to take on such enemies. At the same time, Ryo starts noticing his unique connection to mana. Unlike anyone else, he can control it with ease, hinting at a deeper mystery about his origins. His instincts tell him that this power is tied to something far greater than he understands. However, the bullying at the academy intensifies, leaving Ryo isolated despite Celia's unwavering support. The pressure mounts as rumors spread, painting Ryo as a dangerous outlier among his peers. Realizing the academy no longer serves his goals, Ryo decides to leave. He shares an emotional farewell with Celia, who encourages him to pursue his own path. She promises to always believe in his potential and offers him a keepsake as a reminder of her support. With renewed resolve, Ryo sets out to grow stronger, uncover the secrets of his past, and one day seek justice. During his journey, Ryo ventures into a magical forest brimming with mana. There he meets Aisha, a powerful spirit who immediately senses his extraordinary potential. She forms a contract with Ryo, amplifying his abilities and granting him access to advanced magical techniques. Aisha explains that Ryo's connection to mana is unique, tying him to a greater destiny. With her guidance, Ryo begins to unlock new levels of power and control, learning techniques far beyond what he could have achieved on his own. While in the forest, Ryo encounters a nearby village under siege by mercenaries. Unable to ignore their plight, he intervenes, effortlessly defeating the attackers and saving the villagers. His swift and overwhelming victory leaves the mercenaries terrified and the villagers in awe. The villagers hail him as a hero, and the experience strengthens his resolve to protect the innocent. Though tempted to stay, he decides to leave and continue his journey, knowing he has a greater purpose. Ryo's journey takes him to Yagumo, a distant region that was once home to his late mother, Ayame. He discovers his mother's clan, who welcome him with open arms and share stories of her life before tragedy struck. He learns Ayame was a noble woman who fell in love with a commoner, a love deemed forbidden by the family's strict traditions. Exiled for following her heart, Ayame fled to the Bertram Kingdom, where she eventually died, leaving Ryo orphaned. These revelations deepen Ryo's emotional connection to his mother, igniting both pride in her courage and sadness for her hardships. While reconnecting with his heritage, Ryo is trained by Yagumo's warriors, mastering advanced combat and magical techniques unique to the region. He forms bonds with his maternal relatives, especially his grandfather and cousins, who guide him in embracing his cultural roots. During this time, Ryo helps protect the village from marauding bandits, proving his worth to the clan. The Yagumo traditions also encourage Ryo to reflect on his dual existences, Haruto and Ryo. His sense of belonging grows, and the villagers' kindness heals a part of his long-standing loneliness. With newfound purpose, Ryo vows to honor his mother's legacy while carving his own path. Ryo spends time in the peaceful Yagumo village and shares moments with Sayo, a girl from the village. While accompanying Sayo on a shopping trip, he helps her select a hairpin as a gift, showcasing a light-hearted side to Ryo. The villagers seem to subtly encourage their budding friendship, though Ryo remains reserved in expressing any deeper emotions. However, the tranquility is disrupted when Ryo encounters a criminal harassing a girl. Demonstrating his refined combat skills and sense of justice, he swiftly intervenes, rescuing her from harm. This act of heroism underscores his protective nature and his commitment to aiding those in need. Later, Ryo uncovers a deeply emotional part of his past when he learns about his parents' history. His mother, Ayame, was the daughter of the Yagumo village chief and was known for her beauty and kindness. Zen, his father, was Ayame's loyal bodyguard who harbored deep feelings for her. When a neighboring prince fell in love with Ayame and attempted to take her for himself, Zen chose to flee with her to protect her. Despite their efforts to escape, their union faced significant challenges, leading to a tragic and premature end. This revelation helps Ryo better understand his roots, deepens his sense of identity, and strengthens his resolve to live up to his parents' sacrifices and legacy. Ryo's journey as he decides to leave the Yagumo village. Driven by his determination to protect his friends and seek revenge for the injustices of his past, Ryo bids an emotional farewell to the villagers. Among them, Sayo confesses her feelings for him, but Ryo gently turns her down, knowing he must walk a dangerous path alone. As Ryo ventures further, he makes his way to the Spirit Village, a hidden and magical sanctuary. Upon his arrival, the spirits greet him warmly, and he is reunited with Latifa, who is overjoyed to see him again. The reunion is heartwarming, and Latifa's affection for Ryo brings a moment of solace amid his struggles. In the village, Ryo meets the elder spirits who share their wisdom with him. They acknowledge the latent power within him and offer guidance on harnessing his unique abilities. Ryo also takes time to learn about the village's history and its ties to the ancient spirits, deepening his understanding of the world and his own potential. These moments allow Ryo to gain the strength and resolve needed for the challenges ahead. Ryo completing his training and forming a deeper connection with Aisha in the Spirit Forest. He learns more about his powers and decides it's time to leave, driven by his growing sense of purpose. Saying farewell to the spirits, he departs the forest and starts his journey back to the human world. Ryo embarks on a journey back toward a civilization. Aisha, ever attentive, helps him sense disruptions in the flow of mana as they near the kingdom. These disturbances hint at something significant occurring, prompting Ryo to investigate further. Upon arriving at the kingdom, Ryo discreetly gathers information about recent events with Aisha's assistance. Using her abilities to amplify his senses and locate sources of information, they discover that Celia, a dear and trusted friend, is set to marry Charles Arbor, a nobleman known for his ambitions. Ryo learns from overheard conversations and subtle inquiries that the marriage appears rushed and possibly forced, raising his suspicions. The knowledge deeply troubles him, as Celia had shown no interest in marriage during their previous interactions. Driven by a sense of urgency and a desire to protect Celia, Ryo decides to act. This marks the beginning of his determined effort to uncover the truth behind the marriage and rescue Celia from a fate she may not have chosen. Tension brews among the nobles of the Bertram Kingdom. In a private meeting, they discuss Celia Clare's upcoming marriage to Charles Arbor, a union designed to solidify political alliances. While some nobles question the rushed nature of the engagement, others dismiss the concerns, exposing the kingdom's deep corruption and ruthless power struggles. The scene shifts, leaving a lingering sense of unease about Celia's fate. Meanwhile, Celia sits alone in her chambers, gazing at her reflection in the mirror. She clutches a small keepsake, a gift from Ryo during her academy days, her eyes brimming with tears. Torn between between hope and despair, she longs for a miracle but feels the weight of her duty pressing down on her. Their reunion is bittersweet. Celia, despite her joy at seeing him, is visibly distressed. Rio notices her red-rimmed eyes and subdued demeanor and gently presses her for answers. After hesitating, Celia finally reveals the truth. Her father and the kingdom's nobles have forced her into this marriage to Charles Arbor for political gain. The wedding is imminent, and she has no means to defy their will. Her resigned tone ignites Rio's anger, and he silently vows to save her. Celia is introduced to Charles's family and his other prospective wives. In a cold, formal setting, she meets two women who, despite their smiles, exude animosity toward her. The tension in the air is palpable, and Celia's unease grows. Later, she is invited to a gathering with Princess Flora, who notices Celia's nervous demeanor and offers her quiet support. Flora's kindness provides Celia with a small moment of relief, but it does little to alleviate her fears about the marriage. Simultaneously, Charles Arbor holds a secret meeting with a shadowy figure, a dangerous criminal with ties to the underworld. The man offers Charles assurances that their arrangement will strengthen his position in the kingdom. Their conversation hints at a sinister plot brewing behind the scenes, adding another layer of intrigue and danger. Rio takes decisive action to rescue Celia from her forced marriage in the kingdom of Beltrum. Aware of her despair and unwillingness to accept her fate, Rio meticulously gathers intelligence, devising a plan that leverages mastery of spirit arts for stealth and precision. On the wedding day, he infiltrates the heavily guarded palace, disabling guards non-lethally and slipping into the grand hall where the ceremony unfolds. As Celia stands at the altar in visible distress, Rio dramatically disrupts the event, shocking the nobles and enraging her would-be groom. When the guards and knights attempt to apprehend him, Rio faces them with unmatched skill, using his spirit arts and swordplay to incapacitate them. The battle escalates when Alfred Emerly, a highly skilled knight, intervenes. Rio engages Alfred in a fierce duel, matching his opponent's strength with agility and strategy. During the rescue, Aisha, Rio's contracted spirit, aids him by using her powers to hide Celia, ensuring her safety amidst the chaos. After securing Celia's freedom, Rio escapes with her to a distant hill overlooking the kingdom. There, as they catch their breath under the tranquil night sky, a breathtaking phenomenon occurs. Ethereal lights begin to descend from the heavens, glowing softly like fireflies, yet radiating an inexplicable warmth. The lights seem to move with purpose, as if guiding Rio towards something significant. Rio entrusts Celia to Aisha's care and follows the lights deeper into the nearby forest. There, amidst the soft glow, he discovers a group of travelers in distress. Rio saw an old face bring him a lot of memories and keep him choked. And that wraps up the first season of Seirei Gensouki, Spirit Chronicles. What was your favorite moment? Do you think Rio will ever find peace? Or will his journey lead to even greater conflicts? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell for more anime recaps and breakdowns. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.